The title of this book is A Piglet Named Mercy. Do you know what a piglet is? It's a baby pig. A piglet named Mercy. Mr. Watson and Mrs. Watson lived in a house on Decadoo Drive. Decadoo Drive was an ordinary street in an ordinary town. And Mr. and Mrs. Watson were ordinary people who did ordinary things in ordinary ways. What's he doing? How about her? One day, Mrs. Watson said to Mr. Watson, "I wonder if we aren't just the tiniest bit too predictable." "Predictable? Us?" said Mr. Watson. "Surely not." "It's just that sometimes I wish something different would happen," said Mrs. Watson. "Things are just fine the way they are," said Mr. Watson. But then something different did happen. Someone very small and not at all ordinary found her way to the Watsons' house on Decadoo Drive. Mr. Watson made the discovery when he opened the door for the morning paper. "Mrs. Watson," he called, "come see." "Oh, little dear," said Mrs. Watson. Said the piglet. "I think she's hungry," said Mr. Watson. "Is that a pig?" said Eugenia Lincoln. Eugenia Lincoln lived next door, and she did not approve of surprises or pigs. "It is," said Mrs. Watson. "Can you believe our luck?" "Don't be ridiculous," said Eugenia Lincoln. "A pig is not lucky at all." "Do you think perhaps the piglet would like a bottle of warm milk?" said Baby Lincoln. Baby was Eugenia's younger sister, and she was fond of surprises and piglets. Mr. Watson scratched his head. "A bottle of milk? I don't know. This is all so unpredictable." "Leave it to me," said Baby Lincoln. Said Piglet again. Mrs. Watson picked up Piglet and took her inside. She wrapped her in a blanket. "Have you ever seen anything so darling?" she said. "Never," said Mr. Watson. "Here's some warm milk," said Baby Lincoln. "I have it right here." Eugenia said, "This is absurd." The piglet did not think it was absurd at all. She drank the entire bottle. And then she burped and oinked and went looking for some more. "Oh my goodness," said Mr. Watson. "Watch out," said Eugenia. "She seems to like toast very much," said Baby. "Oh, the darling, darling thing," said Mrs. Watson. "Mr. Watson," said Mrs. Watson, "perhaps you would like to hold her for a bit?" "Certainly," said Mr. Watson. And he took the piglet in his arms. He rocked her. He hummed. How extraordinary," said Mr. Watson. "She is a porcine wonder." "This little piglet is a wish come true," said Mrs. Watson. "What a mercy she is," said Baby. "There you go," said Mr. Watson. "We will call her Mercy." "She's not a mercy," said Eugenia. "She's a pig," said Piglet. "You cannot name a pig Mercy," shouted Eugenia. But they did name her Mercy. She was entirely unpredictable. She was not at all ordinary, and she was very, very loved. The end.